Ben Stafford Jr. is with me now, and we're going to talk about a horse that's in the 3-year-old pacing colt and gelding division for the DSBF final, and that's Scout Hanover. Now, Benny is the driver, so the first question is, who pays the bills on the horse? Who's the owner?
My father owns half our part, and my brother Trevor owns the other part.
Okay, and your dad's also the trainer, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, now you and your dad work together in the barn, so how long have you guys had the horse? How long have you been conditioning the horse?
We bought him as a yearling at the New Jersey Classic sale a year and a half ago, I guess. And he's been a nice colt ever since. First day, he just seemed like a nice horse. You never know how fast they're going to be, but he always acted like a professional.
Very cool. And I think I know why, because his mom is Savory Hanover.
Correct.
Now, you know that my dad trained Savory Hanover, right?
Yes.
My stepdad, Jim King Jr., my mother, Joanne Looney King, and my grandmother, Helen Looney, owned her. Now, do you remember when she raced? That might be before you came down to Delaware.
Yes, it was. Jimmy had told me that he had had her. I don't remember if I, saw a videotape or something. Maybe I might have watched the race, but I can't recall her off the top of my head.
Well, you're in luck, because as you're saying that, I just showed a video of her. So as you watch this on Sunday on Post Time, you will have seen that. It's amazing how television works, all its magic. Okay, so yeah, tell me a little bit more about him. I mean, as far as temperament, is he nice? Is he mean? We know he's been a professional from day one. Anything else you could tell me? How's he like to race? How's he done in the eliminations? Is that enough questions for you?
Sure, I think I can handle that. Actually, he's a really nice horse to be around in the barn and even in the paddock at the racetrack. His only fault is his temperament going to the field. He needs a chain over his nose. He gets real spry, and he wants to rear on you and stuff. But other than that, he's a great horse to be around. As far as racing, I don't know. I seem to think that maybe on the front is his best game, because he likes to really race horses when he hears them coming. But I mean, he can do it anyway. I mean, he's just a nice horse to drive.
And now, how long have you been in Delaware? Because you're originally from New Jersey, so how long have you been here? And you have an absolutely beautiful farm. And how do you like it?
I like Delaware. The laid-back lifestyle seems to fit me nice. Where we were in New Jersey, it was nice. You had everything around you within a mile. You didn't have to travel for anything. That's the only thing took some getting used to. But we've been here 5 years, going on 6 years now, and I like it. It's nice in Delaware.
Now, you have relatives that you're going to have to compete against in this big final. So we're actually going to take a look at the whole field now, and I'm going to talk about those horses out of your cousins and your uncle's barn. So thanks so much for being on the show, Benny.
Thank you, Heather.
That's right. There is another horse who has connections that are part of the Stafford family in this glamour division. The sophomore Smoke 'em Up is owned by Art Stafford and his son Andrew Stafford, and the horse is driven by Art Stafford Jr. Now, Art Stafford is Ben Stafford's brother, making Andrew and Art Jr. the cousins of Ben Stafford Jr., making a whole bunch of Staffords in one big final.
So we've mentioned several horses on the show today, and here you are looking at the full field. The post-position draw takes place on Monday, July 26th, which of course is tomorrow if you're watching this on Sunday. And good luck to all the competitors. With me now is Jody Stafford, and he's probably the only Stafford within the sound of my voice that does not have a horse in the race.
Yeah.
So Jody, I gotta ask you, do you think that one of your family members is going to win this race, or is it going to be totally somebody different?
Well, hopefully it's one of my family members, but you never know. It's a horse race. It's going to have a lot to do with racing luck and post position.
Okay, well, that's fair to say. Now, Jody really loves to concentrate on breaking yearlings, giving them an education, getting them to the racetrack, but actually you used to drive and train a lot.
Yes.
So we're going to go back into our time machine and talk about one of your favorite horses. She didn't have big hair. I don't even think she wore fluorescent or anything, but she was an 80s chick.
Oh yeah,
right?
80s chick.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So tell me, who is that horse, and tell me about her.
H.H. Shadow, very good horse. Won a lot of races and made a lot of money. I was a little too young to appreciate it, but I still have good memories of it, and a real good horse.
as they come by 3/4 in 1, 25-3. H8 Shadow, Belmont, Rapunzel batting it out. Caressable is just in behind them on the outside. They're coming into the final 8th now. On the outside, H8 Shadow by a head. At the rail, Belmont, Rapunzel, Shocking Secret putting in her late run. They're coming to the final 16th. Belmont, Rapunzel coming back on the inside, taking the lead. Shocking Secret on the outside. H8 Shadow. It's Belmont, Rapunzel as they come to the wire. H8 Shadow coming back again to nail it in the final strides.
Did you like break her to race, or were you just the driver and got to get the 5%?
I was just the driver, 5%. My Uncle Ben did all the breaking and training then, or my father, and Uncle Ben trained her. And at the time, I just drove most of their horses.
Okay, that is so cool. How old were you?
19.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she raced against the boys too, right?
Yeah, she raced in the cane pace and actually won her division and came back in the final and finished second to Barberry Spur.
Really?
Yeah, in the heat races, same night. 2 heats, yes.
Oh, that is so awesome.
So it was a nice night.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you, Jody, for being on the show again.
Thank you.